handful of Alabama fans, which is really cool for them. Come down and enjoy our beautiful city. But beyond grateful for our fans. Man, if they can keep showing up and keep making a college football environment like that in Tampa, we got something special we're building. In terms of how we played tonight, I'll start defensively. Certainly played well enough to win. The sacks, the ability to get off the field, really phenomenal in a lot of ways. And the storyline can be whatever you want it to be. You can write whatever you want, and quarterback shuffle, whatever. I don't care. And there are no moral victories. Ask me that on the radio. Man, valiant effort. Valiant efforts are for losers. Moral victories are for losers. That's what losers say. Winners win. So there are no moral victories, there are no valiant efforts, there are no anything. We played winning football on defense. We played well enough to win football, or win that football game. We got off the field when we had to get off the field. We effectively affected the quarterback, created sacks, played really, really, really well on defense. Offensively, at times we were able to keep drives alive. Those situations didn't turn into points. I think very similar to a week ago, I think from an execution standpoint, we got to continue to grow. You're always going to be a little bit behind offensively. I feel like we're behind right now where we have the ability to be with the quarterback play the way it is, with the O-line having the ability to protect. We've got to go execute quite a bit better, both on the perimeter, both in how we're calling it, the situations we're putting the quarterback in. I've got to be better in a lot of ways there, certainly from an offensive side. And then special teams, I thought we played well enough to win. We continue to be really sound there. I thought played a lot more penalty free. So in a positive, we cut our penalties way down. We certainly played well enough on defense to go win, and offensively, we just didn't create enough. Again, the storyline could be whatever you want it to be. You could say that's a really good defense. You could say that's an SEC team. You can say that's the number 10 team in the country. You can say whatever you want. They're on our schedule. We're playing them at home. We got to go win football games. I'll own it. We weren't as good as we had to be tonight to go win. And what I told the guys in the locker room afterwards was, in truth, there's certain times in life that opportunity meets your preparation. And you have an opportunity like that to go play a really good football team in front of 65,000 fans in Tampa, Florida, under the lights, and your preparation has to meet that opportunity. Felt like for a really long part of that game, our preparation did meet that opportunity. At the end, really in the fourth quarter, when we had a chance to go win the football game, our preparation did not. I've said it from the beginning that you've got to be process driven. Somewhere along the lines our process wasn't right. Somewhere. Whether it's individually as players, us collectively as a team, somewhere it wasn't right. I've got to fix it. I get paid to fix it. That's what I got to do. I am beyond proud of our effort. Our effort continues to be, in a lot of ways, elite. That gives you a chance to go win football games. Now, the other part I told these guys is, if we continue from an effort standpoint to play like we're playing and fix the execution part of it, execution being third down, execution being pitching and catching of the football, execution being systematically how we approach every single day in our program, we'll have a chance to go win football games as we go. So I know perceptionally, man, whatever, big time underdog, perceptionally, you can write whatever you want about it. To me, it's time we start winning those football games. And whenever our preparation meets the opportunity, we're going to continue to grow so that we can win those football games. The last part I told these guys is we start a new season. We start conference play next week, and now we've got a chance to get everything we wanted, which is to hold a trophy up at the end of the year. Are we ready for that? We'll find out. But the one thing I'm really proud of is our kids will keep fighting, keep swinging, They believe in what we're doing. They believe in our coaching staff. They believe in the process. They believe in each other, which god dang, 9 months, it's been a complete dogfight to get there. So I'm proud to stand here wearing this Bull U and continue to fight like crazy to get this program right, because the city of Tampa deserves it, our fan base deserves it, the 10,000 students that came deserve it. Gosh darn it, we deserve it as a program. For every single person that's ever put the green and gold on, they deserve it, for us to get back to winning football games. And I'm gonna continue to fight like crazy to do so. I'm gonna continue to work extremely hard at it. Our staff will as well. We got the right pieces in place to go do that. So I'll open it up to questions.
Coach, 2 quick questions. The first one, do you think the delay helped you or hurt you?
I don't think it was consequential in any way. The delay was for them as well.
Coach, Brown, good plays, bad plays. Is this just the growing pains of a young quarterback?
Yeah, he rushed for almost 100 yards. He created first downs with his feet. I'm sure there's some throws he'd like to have back. He's going to continue to grow certainly as a quarterback. He's an elite leader. His process is elite. He's just going to keep growing and growing and growing. There's got to be a trust factor for him, especially when you're young at that position. There's got to be a trust factor for him that what it looks like in front of him during the week is what it looks like during the week, and what it looks like during the week for him is what it looks like on Saturday. And that's the execution part I'm talking about. It's not just him when a pass is incompleted. It's the running back, it's the whole line, it's the receivers, it's the tight ends, it's everybody. And it takes time, but that's an excuse, and nobody here wants to hear an excuse. I certainly don't. So we've got to continue to present pictures to him and continue to allow him to gain confidence in the system and certainly the pieces around him. But yeah, it's growing pains. The kid's 18 years old, and that was his 4th college start or 5th college start. So absolutely, but I don't know if they're growing pains. It's part of growing up. It's part of laying a foundation for a program. Like, he's going to continue to get better because he cares. He's about the right things. He's tough as they come. He's exactly what you want this program to be.
Looking at DeQuan Evans played probably one of the best games that he's had in a USF uniform. Played so much outside each of the last 3-4 years, moved to nickel, season high, career high in tackle for loss, 3 sacks a night. So how have you seen that position change, help a guy like that be more impactful in the backfield?
Yeah, he's just around the ball more. So for him, being around the ball is exactly what you want. He's instinctive. He can run, he can hit, he can cover. And another young man that shows up to work every day, as tough as they come. He has a million reasons why his process shouldn't be right, and all he does is just comes to work, smile, gets his body the right way, attacks the weight room, treatment, how he sleeps, how he eats. His process is awesome. Hence, his process results to what his play is. Again, another young man you could build the program around, and chips are stacked against him. All he does is comes to work and makes it everybody around him better. He's incredible. Another tough ass dude.
Can you tell us what happened on the interception? Somebody went the wrong way, made a mistake.
Yeah, you know, I think when I say execution, like, just as much me, you know, like if I could have a call back, that one would be it. You know, I'm trying to force something vertical, something to let Byron kind of set his feet and let it go. And that one I wish I could have back, to be honest with you, because we were moving it. We were really, you know, we were chunking it there on that drive. That was a critical drive in the game for us to be able to go and make it 10-10. And I don't know that I got impatient as much as I saw an opportunity to go attack a guy, and I thought Michael Brown, Stevens on their safety was a good matchup to just let Byron set his feet and put the ball vertical. So safety played out of it, safety played high. Michael bent it a little bit to get away from the safety. Byron didn't see him bend it. He let it go before he did, and hence the turnover. So to be honest with you, in every imaginable way, that's my fault. And I told Byron that, told Michael that, told the offense that, my fault.
Coach, totally understand the sentiment of no moral victories and no silver linings, but how do you take an effort like today and kind of use those as building blocks to build towards the future? Because there were a lot of positives today.
Yeah, absolutely, and I don't mean to sound negative. I think as you guys get to know me, I'm gonna be really, really honest and really, really real. It's what I am with this team. It's what I've been my whole life. I'm gonna be honest, and if somebody don't like it, I'm totally good. But young people seem to like honesty. Old people seem to like honesty. My wife appreciates honesty too. So, you know, she didn't say valiant effort. She said, "I'm just proud of you. I love you. When are you coming home?" So, I know you weren't asking about my wife. Yeah, please don't either. They're all building blocks. Like week one, Western Kentucky, we're up 17-7 in the second quarter. We got a chance to go close it out. We don't. Week two, we're in a dogfight with FAMU. We got a chance to go make a play at the very end to go seal the win. We do. Well, what do we learn from week one? When it's time to go snap somebody's neck, you go snap somebody's neck. Like, we're gonna be aggressive, calling plays on both sides of the ball, plus special teams, hence the fake punt. We're gonna be aggressive. Like, I'm gonna be aggressive because these guys work their tails off, and we ask them to be aggressive, well, we gotta be aggressive. So, we gotta go close a game out. Week one, week two, they're both building blocks. Like, the end result is what it is, but they're all building blocks. And then today, you fight for 3.5 quarters to give yourself a chance to go win. You gotta be able to go end it. Coaching, like us too, we gotta be able to go call it to go win it. And obviously, what I said is what I said to those guys. Like if we can get the 90% that are 100% invested in it, are willing to fight, claw, and do anything they can to go win a football game throughout the week. We can get the other 10% in with them, we'll go execute and go win. That's all part of building a program. And again, I said it last week, but I'm evaluated on wins and losses, which is awesome. Our players are evaluated on their effort, their technique, their process throughout the week, how they handle their business, and then the end result will be a result of all of that. So I'm going back to that again, like somewhere along the lines, we jacked it up. We'll go back, if our process is consistent, we'll go back, we'll adjust it, we'll clean it up, and we'll go get it. Like, there's not a single head hanging low. They're disappointed. Like, they're disappointed because I think, like, for them, it's we're getting to a point as a program 3 weeks in where they expect to go win that game, as they should. Like, as they should. And then you don't. All right, man, let's go back. Let's peel it back. Let's figure out where we went wrong. That way we don't do it again. So I think when you're process-based and process-driven, like, that's what it's about. The end result is a result of that. I don't care who you play. Like, it doesn't matter. So, I don't know. You certainly have a lot to build on. It's all building. It's all learning experiences. It's all part of growing up, and certainly laying a foundation for a program. Like the storyline is gonna be valiant effort, and I'm cool with that. The storyline in our meeting is, here's the 10 plays we jacked up. Let's fix that. Let's understand where we were wrong, and then we'll have a chance to go win the next one, regardless of who you play.
For the most part, the play calling was pretty fearless. There was a fake punt that you didn't get. It didn't end up anything for them. There was also a fourth down that you didn't get that could have made the field goal, make it 10-6 with time. Do you second guess any of that, or is that just baseline how you play? You just go for those things?
Yeah, I gotta go back and evaluate, man, was that right? The fake punt, I'd do it again. Going for it on fourth and 2 there, I'd go do that again. Zero blitzing, when we gotta go zero blitz, I go do that again. I don't regret anything. I'm gonna go back and make sure, was our fourth down plan right? How did we execute that fake punt? These guys appreciate being aggressive. We ask them to be aggressive. We gotta be aggressive. Now we gotta be smart, but we gotta be aggressive. I don't regret those. Obviously I wish we executed both of those, but.
Your identity is go for it. That's this program, right? Moving forward, you're going for things. You're not laying back. You're going for it.
When it's smart. Yeah, I think we were on the 32-yard line. 33-yard line, like just out of field goal range for us. I don't wanna punt it, like, and we gotta go score, like we gotta go get a spark there. I don't regret that at all, but I gotta look back and see you run it there, you put it in Byron Brown's hands. Like, I'm gonna keep putting it in Byron Brown's hands. So, I don't regret that.
Coach, one of the things that I really value is attitude, how the team stays together and what their demeanor is. Do you think that the team has reflected what you've been trying to teach them as a whole?
Yeah, again, the number one thing, and I said it after week 1, was we'll play really hard. Yes, like they're gonna continue to play really hard because of the way that they've put time into this thing. Like their effort and how they've attacked in these first 3 football games, I am super proud of, like beyond proud of. But they practice like that, they come to work like that, like our strength program is like that. Like, yes, super proud of it. That's a foundation of a program, like effort, attitude, how you carry yourself. That is like blue collar, like that's what it is. That's what we are. That's what I am. That's what our coaches are. Like, I feel like I hired a bunch of guys like me. Like, I don't know if we're the most polished cats in the world, but made a joke like, man, like I look across the field, we're all in dry fit tees, ready to go work. Some guys are in polos, like it is what it is. Like everybody's got a different demeanor about them, but like we are who we are, man. Like that's I've always said, like not big into mottos and all that. Like be who you say you are, man. Like came from nothing, earned everything I've gotten. I feel like we got a locker room full of those guys, man. Like that's what we are. We're blue collar. We're gonna go attack people, and eventually that'll lead to wins. So at least I hope. If it don't, I'll eat my words, right? That's the only way I know.
Coach, your team really forced the issue on the defensive side of the ball. Were there any changes to that aspect of the game plan after Alabama's quarterback change?
No, obviously you knew that Jalen wasn't going to play allegedly. We had a plan to be really aggressive with him as well. Then you got a young guy that came in that was certainly had played a bunch of football in Tyler. And then Ty came in. I think when, I thought Tyler just told T.O. like, man, like make sure we're ready for what he is, which is a mobile quarterback too, that's got a bunch of experience playing. When they put Ty in, I know Ty hadn't played a bunch of ball. I just said, keep being aggressive and keep going and getting it. So, I don't know that the plan changed just a ton. We were gonna be aggressive and force them to beat us deep all night, and I felt like we certainly did that.
Coach, would you have rather them put Jalen in to kind of see what a fight would be against their starter?
Would I have rather they put another quarterback in? I have no idea.
Just to see like where we stand against their starter. Would you have rather seen that performance-wise?
Wasn't Tyler their starter? I'm not sure of the question. Okay.
Coach, a couple injuries, RJ Perry went out, how's he been evaluated?
Yeah, RJ, ankle, he's been fighting like crazy every week with that thing. Just saw him, said, Coach, I'll be ready to roll. But he's been fighting that thing since camp, so I'm proud of the way he's just continues to treat it and keep coming back. He's a tough dude, man. I'm really proud of RJ. AB there, Morris Brown got banged up with an upper body deal. We'll look at it tomorrow, but I think he'll be okay. I think RJ will be okay. Side note, Cole Best came in there, played guard for RJ. Hey man, like, God bless him. I thought he played his tail off. There was no drop off. I was really proud of Cole, and he's really been a center for us, and came in at guard. His eyes were lit up. He was into it. Like, I was really proud of him for a young guy. I thought he did a phenomenal job. Trying to think injury-wise. Byron got knocked around a little bit and came over with a smile. Said, man, I got the wind knocked out of me. Said, man, at some point we'll learn how to slide, but until then we'll enjoy the show. I think that was it.
Little John?
Yeah, Lil John got had a lower body deal. He actually went back in, and we got some depth there, so we kind of just stayed with Wes and and gunner there as we finished it up.
Were you a little surprised about Wes's, hurdle there at the end? Little white man can jump action on that?
No.
Coach, 5 sacks for your team tonight. It's the most since 2019. Just talk about the pressure that you were able to get on Simpson and Buckner.
Yeah, I thought our plan was gonna be to be really aggressive. I was really excited of the way that we just stayed after it, you know, and there's they just walked in like we were gonna stay on it. We were gonna be aggressive. Those sacks happen in a lot of ways because of what the back end is doing. I thought our secondary played extremely well. But I think that's like our DNA. That's what we are. We're gonna get after the quarterback. We're gonna affect him. We're gonna force him to beat us deep. That's what we are. I think when you flip the film on, and I'm excited to flip the film on, but when you flip it on and our opponent's moving forward, they're gonna see 3 weeks of a bunch of aggressive, get after your butt stuff on defense. Like that's intimidating as an offense, as an offensive guy. Like you're like, man, these dudes are just gonna keep coming after us. Like that's what we are. That's what T.O.'s been his whole career. That's why he's here. Like it's what we are on offense. So I'm really proud of the defense, really proud of the way that they finished down the stretch, really proud of the pressure, and they affected the game. They affected their quarterback. They affected the game in every imaginable way. Really, really proud of them.
Coach, very early in the game, your running back steamrollers their safety. Did that send a message that we're here to play and we're not gonna back down?
I think every single play sends a message. I think Naquan has been running like that all year. And that's what he is. That's why you have big running backs. That's why you play like you play. But certainly, he did the same thing last week.
Coach, after 3 games, just talk a little bit about moving forward. You've been on the road, you played a couple times at home, guys are competing, and you just want to keep continuing to get better.
Yeah, I think I said it I think on Tuesday at the press conference, but these are all like measuring sticks for us. These are all tests on Saturdays of where we are as a program. I know you guys are sick of me saying it, but these are all these Saturdays are a result of what our process looks like. These are all just measuring sticks, and they're really measuring sticks individually for what our week was. And so I think we got a ton to build on. I think we've got a confident football team. But like I tell them every week, like you've got to earn the right to be confident through what you do throughout the week, through what your process looks like throughout the week. You got to earn the right to be confident. And we've talked about it since the beginning, but there's teams that hope they can win, and those teams don't play like we play. There's teams that believe they can win, and at times we are that in terms of guys hoping somebody else will go make a play, and yeah, I kind of believe it, kind of don't. And then there's teams that expect to win, and we are growing into that. But you've got to earn the right to do that on Saturday by what you do during the week and how you live your life and how you treat your teammates and how you eat and how you sleep and how you train and how much film you watch and how you carry yourself. I think we're learning that. We are continuing to learn that. I love the foundation that we're laying here. You guys see the foundation. Like, it's visible on Saturday. We're gonna play really hard. We're gonna get after your ass. We're gonna be really aggressive. And we ain't backing down from nobody. And I told the guys again, same thing I tell them every week, and I mean it. There's not 120 guys in the country I would rather go to war with, because as imperfect as we are, and as imperfect as we play at times, and the stupid mistakes we make sometimes, I'm not perfect either. And I'm just as messed up as some of these guys. But I'm gonna work extremely hard to make sure that we are heading in the right direction. And that's all I ask of them. Get your process right. So what you see on Saturdays is a direct reflection of how they work. We gotta continue to clean it up. But I'm really proud of what we say we are, and what we put out there is reflective of each other. Now, we gotta go execute at a high clip to go have a chance to win next week.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you guys, Go Bulls. Again, I appreciate the 65,000 that were here. Thank you guys.